Wave.
It's the Purge. What's the first crime you're committing?
Stealing monkeys from a zoo.
Georgie.
Yeah. Well, I've always wanted a pet monkey. So I feel like that would be a good opportunity to go and see what it's like.
You ever want to go to those monkey temples? I would never. I'm so scared of monkeys.
The monkeys in Bali and the monkeys in Thailand, dude, they're vicious.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
not
I'm
for
thinking
me.
of the nice ones.
What would you do?
Maybe just steal something like jewels.
Yeah, I would steal a car, actually. Don't you think
There
that'd
you
be
go.
kind
You
of
guys,
thrilling?
you guys, we can go anywhere and do that right now.
Popping in from the studio to let you know this episode is sponsored by Muscle Milk.
Who is ready for Independence Day? I am. I am ILONA'S BFFS, a rugby player, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, middle daughter and sister, and I like to think a really good friend. Today we are doing another solo Lolo, aka Erroneous Ponius, aka Olivia's actually had many nicknames for me. She would call me Lo, and then it would go to Lona, then it would go to Loner, and then it morphed into Boner. What the heck? Anyway, today I'm riding solo. If you're looking for a pep talk, a confidence boost, and rippling beautiful muscles, you've come to the right place. Make sure to watch us on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that bell thing. I'm happy to be doing this again. Solo is back. I am independent for Independence Day. My perfect Independence Day looks like there's a body of water somewhere. Sun is shining down. I hope that there's a grill going. I would love if my friends were there. We're playing a game. We're yapping. I like to have a cold drink in my hands. Not too much beer, but hey, I'll shotgun a beer for America. All right? That's what I'm going to do. I don't think I've celebrated the 4th of July much, though. That's a big holiday for some people, but I haven't really done much. I think last time I was getting ready to go into World Cup training, and then the year before that, I didn't do much. So I need to start treating more holidays, no matter how big they are, just as a fun excuse to get together. Let's make things bigger. I want to make my birthday bigger. I want to do a big birthday party. I want to just start, I don't know, getting my friends together more, because that brings me a lot of joy. So maybe this 4th of July, I'm just going to be hanging with the girls. My favorite 4th of July outfit, of course, we're talking a bikini. We're talking getting it all out. You know, I love a bikini. I'm a Sports Illustrated model. I also, for some reason, always feel really good in bikinis. I remember as a young girl, I would always feel so uncomfortable. I would wear like tankinis. You guys remember those? Like it would go up here, and I just didn't fully get my body. I remember one time wearing it at the beach, and my belly was so white because I hadn't worn any bikinis all summer, and I felt so uncomfortable. So now I think it's almost an ode to my younger self. Like, we're going to wear the bikini. We're going to wear the tiniest bikini we can, and we're going to look great doing it. When it comes to revealing swimsuits, I do think maybe there is a line. I'm all for a thong out in the public, but that there are children. So I do kind of go in between. Should I be showing my whole butthole, or should maybe I cover up a little bit? But hey, do what you need to do. It makes you feel the most confident. I am really proud to be an independent woman. I think people talk about that all the time. There was a Beyonce Destiny's Child song. Hold on. On my list, independent woman. Let's leave your man at home. The club is full of bottles in it. Fucking full, bro. Is that song? I will leave my man at home. Mostly I don't have one, but I'm heading out. I love that I'm an independent woman and I can head out. I love that financially I can take care of myself. I think it's so much freedom to not have to worry about another. What a life you get to lead when you can make your own decisions about what you buy, where you live, what you spend your money on. Because there are still women around the world who don't have that freedom, who have to, check in with their husbands when they do this and aren't allowed to get a card, have barely the simple rights that we have here that we would just take for granted. I know America has a lot of problems, of course, but I am happy at times to be in a place that allows me those sorts of freedoms. And hopefully they don't get taken away. Oh, scary. Anyway, romantically, I'm also happy to be independent. I think it's so cool to get to meet so many people and to have so many new experiences. It's so funny when I hang out with my married friends. They are jonesing for any information on my single life. I mean, I am like their court jester. They love to hear it. I don't know if it's because they're like, they haven't dated, and with dating comes stories, comes the fun of it. But I mean, these married people, man, they're enraptured by me. And so I do it for them. I go on these dates for them, okay? I have pretty much been independent, I guess, my whole life. But I guess independent way, I still have a great support system. And I think that is what makes being independent so much easier. And in my support system are my friends. And today I'm going to be interviewing two of my really good friends, Georgie and Charli, both independent, beautiful women themselves. I just love them both. I think we grew really close to World Cup, but they're funny. They have their own thoughts. They want to make people laugh. Charli wants to share and wants people to feel comfortable. Georgie is the best teammate and will make anybody feel like they're her friend. I think that's qualities I'm really looking for in people that I keep around me. But before we hang out with my girls, let's catch up a little bit. My producer says to flex your muscles on this. I did not shave my armpits. I was even in the shower today and I was like, I should shave. And I was like, no, so I'm going to flex. I'm going to flex my muscles because it's time to flex. Sometimes people say dumb stuff. Let's put them in their place with a little segment I like to call Flex. At the Winter Olympics, there was a rumor that 10,000 condoms were used. Come on, people. Used for what? I don't even think 10,000 condoms. I think that was a crazy amount of number. I don't think they printed that many. Do you guys really still think Olympians are having that much sexual intercourse when they're trying to win a medal? No. I made a video recently because I found a condom from the Tokyo Olympics in my bedside table. How cool is that? How cool is that I could pull out a condom from my time going to the Olympics and I could show it to a man and be like, yeah, this is who you're dealing with. They should already know who they're dealing with, but just to reinforce in their head before we get busy, I'm the real deal. I've got condoms from places you'll never get into. I got condoms from villages you won't be allowed in. And I will say a lot of the condoms were for sure souvenirs. A lot of people just have them right now and aren't using them. I don't know if I've actually ever used an Olympic condom. It's all for show. It's all for show. You know me and humbling men. What better way to do it than also in the bedroom? I'm humbling them everywhere. I say in the video about asserting dominance. It's a weird thing for me because I like to be a little lady and I like to be taken care of, but I also want them to know who they're, messing with. I think we all should though. I think when we all get into the bedroom, we all should be expecting an Olympic performance. We all should be expecting results. We all should be leaving that experience with a medal, the medal being an orgasm, bronze, silver, or gold, hopefully a gold orgasm. But I think we should all be expecting that. Let's expect our partners to start stepping up their game. It takes practice. So do Olympics. It takes time, effort, stamina. Let's get to the gym. Let's work on that. So ladies, start expecting more from your partners. And I think this also for me, start expecting to get a lot of pleasure out of it for yourself as well. It's not just their time to feel pleasure. It's for you as well. Let's all be Olympians in the bedroom, guys. Okay? Because we all can't be Olympians in life. Hey. That's just me. Hey. Anyway, as a lot of you will be at the beach, a common Independence Day activity will be taking bikini pics. And I want you to take all the bikini pics, ladies. I want your bellies to be out. I don't need them to be perfect. I want you to start enjoying and let the world see you enjoying life. It might take a lot, as we learned from MJ, but take some. But actually, enjoy the moment too. Take your pics and then put your phone down. I think that could be really important. That's something my friends and I always do is we're always taking pictures, but I think we do a good job of taking pictures and then putting our phone away. Just have a chat. Just talk to people around you. Have you ever thought about that? People just aren't doing it nowadays. Hold the conversation. Ask them a question. I also think it's okay to share. Share your embarrassing moments. Share your fun moments. They're going to love it, especially if they're married. Like I said, they just love it. This Independence Day, have a beer for me. Have actually 3 for me. Have some Jell-O shots. What else are they doing on Independence Day? Hot dogs, glizzies, as the kids call them. What else? A burger. You know what? Okay, guys, you know what I don't mess with, actually? Barbecue sauce. People who are putting barbecue sauce on everything, who I have a distinct memory of, like, going to a friend's house and they would make chicken and just all they would be just barbecue sauce on there. What's that about? That's a real American thing. So I respect that because that's an American thing, but people just love barbecue sauce, and I'm not for that. Or like barbecue chicken wings as well. I'm getting off the rails here, guys, because food is fuel. Fuel builds muscle. Muscle aids performance. It helps you do all the things. Carry the groceries. And I'm so excited to see more girls lifting. It's all over my feed. Did you see there was like a couple months ago, this video of this girl who was like, she was just doing it to get hate, was like, if you're 160 pounds, you need to go to the gym, or you need to, I was like, 160 pounds is the cutoff. And then over that is fat. Shoot. I am way over that scale then. It's just wild. I know she was doing it for hate, but also remember that number is just such a small part of your story. Do not listen to those haters online. Stronger is so much better. Fuel up, but also have fun on Independence Day. I'm running in circles. So fuel up, eat right, but also have a little fun. This day is for you, my independent baddies. I love you. And that is how you flex. Flex. Make sure to tag House of Maher in your Independence Day selfies and let us gas you up. One last thing before we bring my girls in. I wished a happy birthday to a beautiful young girl. Her mom printed out a poster of me and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, twin, printed out a poster of me for her daughter, and I commented on it, and then she put the comment on there. I think it's so cool to see when any girls like that, because my message is for young girls, but I also sometimes have the message for a lot of older women. I like to think I'm a role model for all ages, but of course I talk about things that aren't for my girls. So I love to also be there for them. When I was that age, I was figuring myself out. I was like, why do I look like this? Why am I big like this? But I did know I could be something great. I think in the back of my head, I knew that I was meant for greater things. So to that little girl who has the poster, I hope you look at it and realize you are going to do amazing things. You are going to be a beautiful person. You already are a beautiful person. You're going to get more beautifuler. And that's not even a word. And you're going to be smarter than me, hopefully. There's awkward phases in life. You're going to feel times when you don't feel beautiful, or you don't understand why your body looks the way it does. It will work out. It took me a while to understand that, but things will happen as they should. Surround yourself with really good people who are there to make you feel your best. If somebody does not make you feel good, girlfriend, you do not need them in your life. If you see that poster, go give it a kiss whenever you leave. It's like you think, all right, bye, Lona. You could do that. And remember, I love you. I feel like Delilah. And remember, you are beautiful. And I love you. Somehow summer means we're on the go even more than usual. Workouts, travel, beach days, rugby practice, and trying to keep up with everything in between. So having an easy protein option on hand is a non-negotiable.
Muscle Milk has a new, great-tasting formula with no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or added colors.
It has 26 to 42 grams of high-quality protein from real, ultra-filtered milk. So it's an easy way to get protein that helps support healthy muscles with fewer ingredients than the previous formula.
And yeah, we pronounce it like milk.
I love it for those super on-the-go summer days when you're leaving practice, heading out for a weekend trip, or just need something easy after being out all day.
And you can pick your favorite. It comes in 4 flavors: chocolate, vanilla cream, cookies and cream, and strawberries and cream. In fact, I had a chocolate this morning.
She did, on the drive-in. So whether you're running between workouts or meeting up with friends, Muscle Milk is protein for all on-the-go moments.
Try the new great-tasting Muscle Milk today. Available in stores nationwide.
Muscle Milk, protein for all. If you got summer travel, beach days, airport runs, and road trips on the calendar, you need sunglasses that are cute and do not destroy your hair. Honestly, even if you're just walking to a general store in Adam Sandler shorts, they're nice to have.
That's why Shady Rays tangle-free sunglasses are such a game changer. They have smooth, no-snag nose pieces that glide through your hair instead of ripping it out when you throw them on top of your head. I love the midnight pink tortoise pair.
And for us Mars sisters, that is a huge win. If you saw our swim week pics, you know the last thing we want is a full hair emergency.
They're lightweight, polarized, super cute, and easy to wear with everything.
When Adriana wears her Shady Rays, she shows me, she goes, check this out. She slides them up and down on her head to show that they're not snagging. Over 300,000 people have rated Shady Rays 5 stars, which honestly tracks, because once women find something that actually works and doesn't make life harder, the group chat hears about it immediately.
And let's say you accidentally sit on your sunglasses or lose them at the beach. Shady Rays has lost and broken protection. So if life happens, they've got you covered. Love that policy.
Do yourself a favor and upgrade your shades and protect your hair at the same time. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Go to shadyrays.com and use code HOM for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Me again. This segment runs on muscle milk.
Speaking of independent women on Independence Day, I have with me 2 extremely independent women. We're going to start with Georgie Perris-Redding. Who is she? Where is she from? Tell us a little bit about yourself, Georgie.
So yeah, I'm Georgie Perris-Redding, born in Detroit, Michigan, but grew up in England, Manchester.
Detroit!
The 8 Mile.
Ain't that
That's
right?
beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you play for the USA. That's where we've met. But a lot of people, because you have an accent, they question you. But
They
everyone, we're here to
do.
let you know she
That
was
I have a
born.
passport. I have a US passport.
Just because she talks funny does not mean she's not American, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Manchester raised pretty much. You play now for the Sale Sharks and have been for years. Like, that is your club, huh?
Yeah, I've been there for coming up to my 7th season. So yeah, it is my club. Homegrown for sure.
7th season, 7 years, and captain of that team as well, huh?
Yeah, high risk, but I'm doing it.
Georgie, you know that people would consider you to be on the field. What would they say? A menace, maybe, is a word they would use for you.
Some might say.
Are you different on the field versus in person?
Yeah, I think I have that comment quite a lot because I think some people will meet me for the first time and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so nice." Like, that's not what I expected. But I think like a big thing for me playing my position, back row, has always been my size. And I think I learned early on that I had to have this like almost like an alter ego type thing to be the player that I wanted to be. And I may have a bit of a reputation for being, you know, a little bit feisty. But I feel like it's rugby and it helps me play the best rugby. And I hope most would say that I'm nice off the pitch, so it balances out.
Georgie, you're pretty, like, what would be considered small for your position. Also, because you're a twin.
Yeah, because we had to share food in the womb.
Did you take some food from India?
Maybe.
I mean, you guys are like both equally small.
Right.
No, she was significantly smaller.
You were already stiff-arming her in that womb, huh?
We were competitive and I came out first, so that's all I can say.
She's just better like that, guys. That's Georgie. She's better than everyone, even her twin sister. Okay.
Identical.
Charli, let's get into you. Charli, give us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Carroll Stream, Illinois. I'm in Hong Kong now. Just retired from playing rugby. Obviously, you guys know that. And now I'm just trying to settle back into what should be normal life, I guess. But yeah.
You've pretty much played all over. You've done a stint in England. You've played in Australia. Your career was kind of, I mean, you really done it. How has it been to retire?
Yeah, no, I've definitely played in all of the leagues. Very fun. Retirement has been interesting. Probably not, and probably haven't been experiencing it maybe the same way as others. But I'm still just trying to figure it out, I think. I mean, I literally packed my suitcase and have moved to Hong Kong. So I guess it's going well.
We were talking about a little bit, but like how rugby was really your identity for so many years. And as a player, you meet so many friends through it. You've met your girlfriend through it. How is it now being a coach instead of a player?
It's a little bit isolating only because you don't ever want to like cross those like boundaries. Like, can you ever imagine us like going out for a beer with Sione one-on-one? No, that wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was never going to happen. So like, I always just try to like phrase it back to that, like think back to that. Like, I don't want to cross those boundaries with players, but also at the same time, like a lot of them are my age. So like Lori's out having fun. We were all, oh my gosh, we were all dressed up to go out for Halloween and everyone's like, Charli, what are you going to be? And I was like, I'm going to be a cat. And then I asked my like other coach coworker and I was like, what are you going to be? And she's like, I'm not going. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going either. Rubs off whiskers.
You did?
I didn't go. Yeah. I mean, I was like, I don't know. I just got in here and I was like, I'm ready to get into it.
You're trying to like figure out professional boundaries as well. But like
Yeah,
you were,
which I'm
that
not good
was your
at.
life.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I want to be where the people are. I'm social. I
100%.
want to go.
One thing about Charli is she's going to share. Charli will say it herself. She is a sharer like myself to connect to people. Charli, tell us about that a little bit. How has that
Oversharing.
ruined your life?
God. Oversharing to connect.
Yes.
If you do it, stop. No, I'm just joking. Don't. Because honestly, I really truly think that I've made some of my best connections that way. But,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of it, after you overshare, you know, obviously you guys get the text. Gabby gets the text. I'm like, did I say too much? Was that too much? Can someone just elbow me when to stop? Because just be quiet, you know? But like, it's always just one step too far. And then people who don't know me look at me and are like, who are you? And I'm like, I know.
I'm thinking the same thing. But I think both of you guys have that in you, that you're very much so a teammate and a friend, like able to do that really well. Georgie, I want to know more about you being a teammate. It seems like that's something you pride yourself in, connecting with all of your teammates, making sure everyone knows they have a place for you as a friend.
Yeah, I think it is massively important for me because I've been in environments before where maybe I felt uncomfortable or like I've been the new person in an environment and people haven't made effort with me. And I think when that did happen to me at quite a young age, I vowed to make sure that any environment that I was in, I didn't want anybody to feel like that. So I think I always like to make effort with all my teammates. Obviously, you have your, naturally closer friends and, even my best friends within the team. But I think it's massively important. And when you reflect back on, your career and so far, I think huge parts of it are who you spend the time with and your teammates. So yeah, that bit's really important to me.
And Charli, how do you make friends?
Both of you make friends by oversharing.
It's true. It's true. I just wrote in my notes app too about it. I was like, can you shut the up for 1 second, Ilona? Not everyone needs to know that story. It's like, you guys should know it, but not everybody needs to know that guy doesn't. And we got to cut that out already, probably from this episode. Why am I telling everybody that?
They're great. Now Christiana knows this.
Now Christiana's got to cut it out. But no, I am like literally sometimes, and it was so interesting to meet you as well, Charli, because I'm like, oh, that's something I do. But we do it. What? Do you know anything about signs, Charli? Is that your sign? Is that what your sign does? I don't know.
I'm a Libra, so I'm like extremely balanced and like harmonious.
Of
like,
course.
and that's me.
Yes. No, that's you to a T, I would say. Absolutely. But I think that's what I found in you was somebody who would also share something and then I would share something. Because if people, when you share, it seems like people get comfortable. They're like, okay, here's somebody who's opening up. Let me open up and give a little bit of myself to them. So it's almost like you have to give 110% and they're going to give you just 20 back, but at least you got a little bit out of them.
It's not even like we're one-upping and I'm like, oh, they gave me a little bit. I'm going to tell you about the time I moved to Hong Kong and shit my pants the first week I was here. Like,
Exactly.
I don't need to tell you that.
No.
This is why us three are a good balance, because otherwise, if we were all oversharers, it would be terrible.
So we got close, I would say, this past year during Pack 4. Charli and I were going to hang out and we just decided to like go get food somewhere. We ended up doing a whole sushi tasting menu. All three of us, we were sitting there. I had barely talked to them. We were doing this whole tasting menu. I think we were there 3 hours. And so now our group chat name is Tasting Menu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and we also walked into the wrong restaurant. Remember, I was like, hey, you guys, I got us a table. Don't worry. We're in. They were booked. And then we walk in and no one's there. I'm like,
Wait a second.
This might not be it.
And then we go to the right restaurant and there were still so many tables and we're like,
Yeah, it turns out.
no,
Also,
no.
just like rule number 1, don't let me make like the reservations and things like that because like I can hardly even work my phone. So like I'm here thinking like we have to go. This is the last table, and it's like they're like, no, ma'am, you're the first person we're seating this evening. It's 5 p.m.
Everything's open. And then we got pretty close in World Cup camp when we were kind of stranded at out there. And I actually think, I don't know what you guys felt about that, but it was definitely an interesting time. And it at least helped me get closer to everybody. We would do our iced coffees in the day, tan and crisp up as well, and just walk around naked because our clothes were so sweaty from the humidity. So,
and there was only one washer and dryer, and it was always full.
We had to do duty groups, and people weren't doing it, and it was what a time.
What a time to be alive.
What a time.
No, I was literally just talking about that to somebody, and I was like, no, you don't understand. We were stuck in like the armpit of like Maryland, and I literally, you guys, don't you remember I like hurt my wrist and I had to go get a scan, and I was like, no, I'm gonna miss my house outing to Walmart.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
That was our event. That was our team outing.
Addicted to Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin', wake
America
up.
runs on Dunkin'.
They do.
I feel like I look back on that so fondly now. Like at the time, I thought, oh my God, we're going to die because it was crazy hot. We were running, we were working so hard. But I actually look back now and like we had nothing, right? But really, I felt like we literally had everything. We were just so easily pleased with a Chipotle. Like, what? There was one day, Lo, do you remember? We came back, we put a film on, we ate Subway, drank coffee, and didn't leave the sofa. And we were like, this is the life.
This is the life. No, that was a great day. I remember that. I think in the morning, Georgie, we got Dunkin' Donuts.
We did.
We got our wake-up wraps.
Oh, yeah, baby. Those were
And
good.
then we went to like the Safeway or something. We got ourselves chips and dip. Then we went to Subway. We watched something. She's the man. We watched something. Then that night we had Chipotle. We hit 3 fast food chains.
We did. And that is the diet of an athlete sometimes. It was an off day and we had to spoil ourselves, and we did.
Also, not to mention the facts, like, I'm just going to call you guys out. Spoil yourselves. There was nothing else to eat.
It's true. It's true.
Like, you ate Chipotle and Subway and Dunkin' Donuts because that's all we had. An Italian BMT on Hearty Italian.
And then, remember we went to that crab shack?
Breathe in for me. Yep. Breathe out.
That video still doing well.
That was crazy.
Who came up with that? Was it like a group effort, or was it you, Charli, or did I say something? Or I was like, oh, this is good.
You know what? I'm sorry, but I am going to take the credit on this one. That was because I saw some girl do it with a potbelly sandwich. And I was like, she put her chips in the sandwich. And I was like, that's hilarious. But had I done it on my own, had I done that video on my own, people would have been like, way to go. She's just getting sauce on her hands. But since you did it,
it was great.
That place is probably famous now.
No, that was so funny. I belly laughed. Like we were crying.
Oh, it was so
all of us.
Mostly because we were wounded from the crab cutting into our hands.
That's a real culture experience, actually, going to a Maryland crab shack.
I completely agree. That was my first time. I've never really spent too much time on the East Coast. And I really do think add that to your itinerary, people.
Run, don't walk to a Maryland crab shack.
Oh.
So you guys have been playing against and with each other for how long? Much longer than I have, but you've been playing with each other. And then, Charli, how long have you been playing? Were you playing in the premiere as well?
I was there for 3 seasons. So I went there like right after COVID. So I think I was there 2021. Yeah. So not too long, but honestly, it's hardcore over there. 3 years was good enough.
Georgie can't get enough of it.
It is hardcore, and that's why I love it.
If there's one thing you should know about us, we're always listening to something. Currently, me, it's always an audiobook, but also when I'm cleaning, I need something with a lot of beats per minute that like keeps like music that keeps me going. So like I've been listening to like a lot of EDM or like dance club music. I know I do. I used to just do it to like run, but either if I'm trying to like answer a lot of emails or I need to lock in and keep my brain like activated, I actually listen to something like.
Are you okay?
Whoa.
Have you seen
Probably
something
not,
about
girl.
this?
No.
I thought you liked the lower, like, lo-fi vibes.
Will be on the TV,
Yeah.
right? Like, so that's like the vibe of my whole house. But then when I will also wear headphones, and in the headphones, keeping me locked in is like EDM music.
Well, also when you wear your headphones to clean, you listen to
audiobooks, right?
That too. It just
because
depends
you
on the
like
day.
the sound to follow you wherever you go throughout
Absolutely.
the house.
I'm not going to carry around something to like play sound to place it in
Yeah.
every room. I just need this stuff locked and loaded on me.
And then when it's like noise canceling, you're like, hey, Liv, but she's right there.
That's not
Oh
my
she's not
business.
with
God.
you.
If you
She's not
need
with
me
you.
when I have my noise canceling headphones on, that's none of my business.
In our family, we say going under the hood
Going under the hood.
when you got like headphones on, and these things like you have to shout if they're under the hood.
Yeah. I like these for like plane rides.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
I feel like planes are the one place where I actually like to not hear what's around me.
Yeah.
There's like only certain places where I like that to not hear it. So like that's where I get to lock in and just be
Yeah.
listening to whatever it is.
The first time I started wearing noise canceling headphones on a flight, I was like, oh, it's not going to make that much of a difference until it was mid-flight, and I like took them off, and I was like, whoa! And they
Yeah.
were truly doing everything for me.
Now, this might be placebo, but I think it helps the pressure in my ears.
Oh,
when I
really?
fly. Well, just also because it's covering it, so I'm focusing on everything less.
Right. I love that.
We've been loving JBL live headphones because they make everything sound so good, whether you're locked into a book, zoning out with music, or just trying to ignore everyone or your sisters around you for a minute.
JBL's bold, unfiltered sound and battery life is actually crazy. They last up to 80 hours, so they're perfect for long flights, travel days, road trips, and all the random in-between time when you just want to throw something on and tune out. Me.
And the true adaptive noise cancellation 2.0 is so nice because you can really choose your level of checkout mode. Olivia chooses fully checked out.
I like to not be here. Thank you, JBL.
Thank you, JBL.
With a range of colors to match your vibe, find your pair at jbl.com.
Let's be honest, the beauty world is very oversaturated. I don't even know what to try at this point. I believe you know what I mean.
No, it is. It can be very overwhelming. It's like 50 million different versions of a product that it's almost like decision fatigue. You know, you don't know where to like go and start. And they're always just like sort of barely different from one another. I'm always at the store like, these are just going to take up space in my makeup drawer and bag.
That's actually why I love Merit Beauty. They don't believe in launching products just for the sake of launching products. Every addition to their collection feels intentional. That's why when Merit introduces something new, people pay attention. We pay attention.
And they've done it again with their Clean Volume Mascara that is absolutely going to be a staple for you.
Small brush, big impact. Clean Volume pairs a small, precise brush with a buildable tubing formula to create lashes that are lifted, defined, and voluminous without mess or heaviness. I love a tubing mascara and just the way I can take it right off.
Clean Volume isn't designed to give you a fake lashes effect. This is Merit's version of volumizing mascara, buildable, lifted, and defined. They call it Clean Volume because it delivers just that. Clean Volume with zero clumps, flakes, or mess.
And if you still haven't tried Merit, now is the perfect time because the Clean Volume Mascara is available in the Bestsellers Kit, along with the cult favorites like the Minimalist Foundation Stick, the Flush Balm, and more.
Right now, Merit Beauty is offering our listeners their signature makeup bag with your first order at meritbeauty.com.
That's MERIT beauty.com to get your free signature makeup bag with your first order.
meritbeauty.com.
Were you guys always like friends through USA, or have you gotten stronger throughout? Or like when you first met each other, was it like, oh, this is somebody I want to be friends with?
I'm gonna share this. Georgie might not like this, but before I ever met Georgie, so I was playing for USA just a little bit before Georgie came in. Because Georgie, what year did you start playing USA?
2020, 2021,
Yeah, and
something like that.
Yeah, and I started in like 2019. So like I wasn't like there like too much before you, but and we had been playing against each other. I was like at Loughborough, and I just remember this like angry blonde girl just like and I used to call her, I've told Georgie this before, because you know how she posted on social media all the time, you know, she like wears her ponytail and it's just like insane, and she would like jump in the air in the lineouts and she just would be like gah, and I used to call her Angry Bird.
Hey, if the shoe fits, huh?
She did.
I
I'll
did.
take
Before
it.
I ever knew her, before I ever met her, I was like, there's the Angry Bird from Sale. And yeah. And then when she got into USA camp, and I was like, she doesn't sound like us. A little sus. But yeah, obviously she's like lovely. But we've been playing against each other for a while, and it's not pleasant.
Georgie, your impressions of Charli?
I'd obviously heard a little bit about her, and I knew that she was a really big character. So I wondered like how our characters were gonna match together. And I was like, you know, when I first met, I was like, she seems nice, but I don't think we're going to be like super close or like, like we'll be teammates, but like, not best friends. And yeah, it didn't take long. I was wrong. And I've not been able to get rid of her since. So
that is hilarious. She's obsessed with me.
and I do. I love her very much. But yeah, we got on pretty early, to be fair. So
We were either going to get along or we weren't.
and now we need to know what you thought of us.
Well, recently, actually, someone just told me Charli thought I was quiet and on my phone a lot when she first met me. I was like, okay, checks out. But Charli met me like 2021 at a camp, right? Or no, 2020. I don't know where it was at a camp, but I did not want to be at that camp.
We were in Denver for Canada.
Denver camp. And I was on my phone a lot. I did not want to be there. And I don't think I talked to you at all, I would say.
Wait, who told you that? Who told you that?
I don't want to. You were there when it happened. You were just drunk.
Oh, sorry.
It was your friend, Karen. She's like,
Karen checks out.
Charli thought you were quiet and on your phone a lot. And I was like, right. But I do think that's it. I mean, I think in that way, and it wasn't until this round when we got closer. I would say that in terms of my first impressions of all of you, to me, I mean this in the nicest way, Charli is Regina George. That is the leader. Don't you think? I mean that in a good way, that you're Regina George.
Yeah.
You are
Dude,
top
she gets
dog.
hit by a bus.
Well, not in that sense. You're not Regina George in that sense. You get hit by a bus every day on the training field.
That's
but
true.
like, I think of you as kind of like somebody who I was like, oh, this girl kind of is, I guess, I would say a leader in a way. Like she's getting people together. She's kind of setting the tone for things, what's happening. People seem to want to listen to her. So you could tell like that's somebody who's the other people are listening to. I think in Georgie in terms was, oh, this is a girl who just is going to try to chat to anyone, be friends with anyone. My first week for Pac 4 last year, I had hurt my hamstring and she was just sitting with me because she didn't get to play at all during Pac 4. She was just there, and somebody who was just easy to come and talk to when I was like still not really have any friends. I didn't feel fully welcome in the setup at that time.
Yeah.
And I think you guys were also like explain some things to me about it as well, like coming in and possibly taking somebody's spot or coming in as the girl who all the attention is on was like something I really was aware of that's how people thought of me. So it was cool to, as the time got on, to grow closer to both of you.
When you first came in, weren't you Tessa's roommate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were Tessa's roommate. God bless Tess. And I remember I got the Dick of the Day jacket, of course. Always wearing the Dick of the Day jacket. And you helped me decorate it with the roll of toilet paper. And I was are we bonding right now over me being a dick and being awarded this jacket? Like, sick. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I did think you were on your phone a lot. But I think I was mostly like, I just want to hang. Like we've talked about before. I want to be where the people are. I want to talk. I want everyone to talk to me. And I want everybody... You know what I mean? I want to talk. I want to be out there. And you were just, but I do also think that I wouldn't say we're a hard group to come into, but I think I can understand how it might be a little bit off-putting or seemingly hard to like interject yourself in a group that's already been together for so long.
Yes.
I can see how it might not feel so welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like after that, I think like as soon as you like sat down, and that was something that I really liked too at like World Cup. Was it World Cup or camp or Pac 4? Is that you always sat with a different table.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like just little things like that make a big difference to people, like just seeing that people are going out of their way to make connections regardless of however long you've been on the team, who you are, who you hang out with. Like you always made a point to kind of get to talk to everybody. And I think that once people kind of saw that you were making an effort, that it was just easy, because like you're extremely personable and like fun to be around. But I think everybody was just kind of like,
Thankfully, I made friends, guys. One thing I want to get into, Charli, with you is something that you kind of deal with a lot, and that not that it like it invades your mind a lot is your OCD and how you work with that.
Yeah, invades my mind a lot is right. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's something that I'm like becoming a lot more vocal about. I had like no idea that it was even a thing. Like everybody is always like, "Oh my God, I'm so OCD. I have to make my bed in the morning." And I'm like, "Oh, are you?" That's not what OCD is. I mean, well, it actually could be, but like only if you think that if you don't make your bed, your entire house is going to catch on fire. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a bit challenging. I think rugby has been really helpful because, you know, it's like the one thing that I would do that would kind of like silence my brain a bit. Because, you know, A, you're just trying to catch your breath, and B, you're just thinking about other things. So I think that's one of the things that's made it kind of hard, like leaving the playing space and transitioning into like the real world, is that I have a lot more time on my hands to kind of be with my own thoughts. And everybody knows if you have OCD, your thoughts are the scary thing. So it's just like constantly trying to figure out how to, I don't want to say cope, but like just manage your own brain. I call her Brittany, my OCD. You guys know my OCD brain. It's easier when you like name it, you know? And then anytime I'm like getting a crazy thought, I always go like, "It's Brittany, bitch." And I'm like, "God, not this bitch again." It's true. She's like a roommate that like doesn't pay rent and always leaves her dirty dishes in the sink. She fucking sucks.
You share a lot with Lori, you share a lot with your friends, with us, but is there so much more that you don't share and you just deal with, like, and it's just swirling around in your head constantly?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the thing about, look at, I'm already being like, "Oh my God, don't say too much." The thing about OCD is that there's so many like themes. And so like you guys obviously know like the things that I overthink, and I'm constantly like, one of my compulsions is reassurance seeking, where you wouldn't think that's like a compulsion, because a lot of people think that, you know, a compulsion would be like tapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which definitely is, but my compulsions are like more mental, and like false reality OCD, where I'll like convince myself that I did things that I like 100% didn't do. And so a lot of those things can be like kind of like weird, taboo, like just thoughts that you're just like, you can't say those things out loud because people are going to look at you and be like, "What is she saying?" But I think that I've been doing a lot of work on not oversharing those things, because the reason why you overshare is that you want people to be like, "That's not weird. That's not weird." But they are weird. They don't feel good. And you know what I mean? So you're like, you don't want people to be like, "Yeah, hey, that's weird." So yeah, there's definitely, it's always going. It's just how you can figure out to not let it like take over your day, you know?
Keep going. Tell that Britney bitch to shut up.
Dude, she fucking sucks. She's a liar. She's mean. And she also comes for me when I'm just trying to have fun. I'll be having the time of my life. And then, I mean, Lo, you know, you were here for the sevens. I was vibing. I was having fun. I was living my best life. And then the next day, I'm like, "Oh God,
Yeah.
nobody talk to me. Everybody hates me. Oh my God." It's insane. It's actually insane. She just tries to ruin everything. And she succeeds a lot of the time.
That sounds so fun, dude.
Dude, it literally sucks.
Georgie, you've dealt with a lot of injuries. Like last year, you really weren't able to play leading up into Pac 4 and whatnot, but continue to stay a positive teammate. I guess I'm wondering how you even do that, and how do you get through it when injuries at part of our sport a lot of times are not an if, but a when?
Yeah, I don't know. I reflect back on that. Obviously, I had like 14, 15 months out of rugby and multiple surgeries. I messed up my knee real bad, which I actually didn't really reflect back upon until after World Cup. But I think for me, it was always the process of getting there. I think whenever I tried to think too far ahead, it all became very overwhelming. So I think the process of taking it day by day, week by week, having a unbelievable support crew within my family and friends, you guys, teammates, made the journey much more bearable. But it's savage, I'm not gonna lie. And obviously we go back for more. We love the sport, and it's a risk we take. But it was a tough 15 months, man. But it was worth it. And you know, I look back on it now, and I think although I would like to not do it again. There was a lot of lessons that I took from that, and I think, you know, a lot of things happened that were for the best and that were really important learning. So it sucked, but I think, yeah, everything happens for a reason.
It seemed like to me your biggest fear coming back was that you weren't going to be the player that you were beforehand. Do you feel like you are that player again? Do you feel like you're better than the player you were?
That was definitely my biggest fear. I think you always think when, you know, such a big injury happens, like the first thing is like, how am I going to walk again? How am I going to run? How am I going to, and you know, when you do get to it, people always tell you, but you don't necessarily really want to hear it. But they were like, it will get better. And it did take a lot of time, but this season that I've just played, I feel like I'm enjoying my rugby, playing some of my best rugby. You know, I still got a bit of speed in there and a bit of footwork, so it can't be all bad. But yeah, I think if I was able to tell myself back then, you know, where I am now, I wouldn't have believed it. But I think, yeah, I'm getting back there, I think, / hope.
Right. And in our first game at the World Cup, you suffered a really big concussion. That was not a I remember going into your room afterwards. Lights are out. Everybody's talking quietly, and you were ready to play that next day, but you were not okay.
She was not okay. As her roommate, I would just like to say that there were a lot of things I probably should have. She was not okay.
Yeah, the room lights were out and the lights up here were out. Everything
All
was
out.
I'm not gonna lie, that was rough actually. Like, obviously all the work I'd done was building up to that World Cup opener. I'd been training well, I felt really good. And 17 then I got real good knocked out, and I don't remember much, so that makes it a little bit more bearable. But I really suffered. Honestly, well, you guys know, but probably for the next sort of 2 to 3 months after that was rough. And honestly, thank God I had you two at World Cup, because I remember when you took me out the second day and you were like, Georgie never leaves the house like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Tell the story.
We were talking. I was like, is she okay? Like, she would literally never leave the house looking like that. Like, Georgie, when she wakes up in the morning, as her roommate, she wakes up in the morning. She has her routine. She gets up. She goes to the bathroom. She brushes her teeth. She does her skincare. She like flips back on the bed and puts on her like underwear and her clothes for the day. Then she does her hair. She does her body spray. Like, she's always put together. And she was leaving the house. I was like, I mean, I support it. It was rough. But like,
it was rough. It was rough.
And you were also on like loop. Remember, Loa? We had to be like, hey, like, when Georgie would like go like to the bathroom and we'd be like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to tell her this, but like, she would just be on loop. I'm like, Georgie, you literally were just talking about that. Like, stop. Like, if you want to play, you need to just be quiet, because you are saying the same things on repeat, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, that was so tough because it was like you are American, but your home is England, and it was a home World Cup for you. How amazing would that be? And the England game was big, but it was more big for fans. We were kind of going into it knowing we'd lose, hopefully win. But like, our big games were the next game and then the game after to get placement for the quarters. And so that's what I think for you, it was like, I'm now letting down my team. My team can't have me for the games that are really needed.
Yeah, I think that's what hurt me the most is obviously no one wants to go like that. Like, it wasn't ideal, but I think the realization, obviously I tried, but the realization, I knew that I wasn't okay, and I knew I wasn't going to make that Australia match, which, you know, in some ways for us was like our World Cup final. It was massive. We had to win that game. So I think that definitely, you know, I knew that would hurt, but
hey, we both didn't play.
It was a time, but
I don't mess around with my sleep, and I know neither of you do as well.
You spend a lot of time in bed. A lot of your life is in bed.
You're either
In your shoes or you're in your bed. So it pays to invest in both, as I always say.
Hell yeah. I think it's safe to say us Mars sisters need a good mattress.
The Helix Dawn Elite has been such a game changer. First off, Helix has free shipping and seamless delivery. They brought my mattress right to my door and even removed my old one, so my landlord didn't get mad I had something on the street.
Heck yeah, that's really nice of them to do.
Yeah.
That'd be my main concern. I'd probably stick with my same mattress.
Just so you'd have to deal with it.
Just so I didn't have to deal with it. That makes it so much easier.
That's crazy.
I'm like that.
They also let you complete a 120-night sleep trial, and they include limited lifetime warranty.
And you can rest easy with easy returns and exchanges with their Happy with Helix guarantee. It offers a risk-free customer-first experience to make sure you're happy.
If you want better sleep too, go to helixsleep.com/mar for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, and 30% off Elite mattresses.
That's helixsleep.com/mar for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, and 30% off Elite mattresses.
There's a moment every NFL fan lives for, when the whole team is locked in, when the play unfolds exactly as it was drawn up.
Every single person on that field showing up for each other at exactly the right time. You know that moment, everything coming together all at once. And the best part, nobody got there alone.
That's the feeling US Bank Smartly Checking and Savings was built around, because your financial life shouldn't be a juggling act. It should work like a team.
Your checking and savings working in sync, tracking your spending, building your balance, and unlocking more rewards the more you use them together.
That's why US Bank Smartly Checking and Savings are designed to do exactly that. Work together for you, so we can reward you more. Because the best teams are built to win together. That's the power of us.
Visit usbank.com today to learn more. Official bank sponsor of the NFL, member FDIC, 2026 US Bank.
I don't know about you, but I grew up not having many friends. And so it's always been so amazing to find people I'm really close to. And I think that I also don't just, if somebody I want to be my friends, I'll put a lot of effort. Like, this person is really somebody I like. I think it's somebody who I know won't judge the things I say, who are excited to hear from me. It's somebody who you feel like you can just say what you need to. I think there's some where you feel like you're kind of not sure what to talk about or what direction to go in. And I just know that's not really my close friends. I think I need somebody who makes me feel, because I need those assurances as well, like makes me feel really good about myself, who, you know, says when there's a time in Pack 4 when there's this guy that I was really trying to reconnect with. And, you know, you two and Georgie especially was like really helpful in being like being realistic with me. Like, he's not, no. And then I would show him the text and she'd be like, no, that's not right. You're more than this. So somebody like a clear mind who, when I go to them for advice, will just tell me how it is. And that was, I think, something that really bonded us too, was that, and bonds us when we share somebody you share your, you know, grievances with, because
Yeah.
I just think it's important to have people that you can talk to about anything. And that time in Pack 4 when he would respond and I would run up to Georgie or Charli's room and be like, look what he said. And then they'd be like, no, I cannot believe that. That's crazy. Like, and so to have that, like, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm not crazy. I'm not saying anything wrong. And I really needed that. I think in partners, because I just got so many.
The list is endless.
The list is endless. I would love, like, if a partner was like my friends, with like the way I can chat with you guys. And I think I've yet to find it, but somebody I can really just be myself with, share the good and bad with, who makes me feel really good about myself in all ways. We're still on the hunt.
It's coming.
Yeah, but you're good at just like, even though like maybe you're not finding someone who might like match what you're giving, like you're still good at just like being yourself. So I feel like that's a good measure for you to be like, okay, I'm being real, I'm being me. And if they're not able to like, you know, match that, then you're just like, like.
I always like wonder that though. Sometimes I'm with these guys and I'm like, am I being myself, or am I like switching myself up to be with them? You know, I'm never sure, I guess.
I think it's so hard because I think you can get in your head too, like, well, all three of us can, but I think you get in your head about it too, but actually like, you're a fun time, you know what I mean? And like,
and you're a hot bitch.
Yeah, like, well, I've said
demons.
this to you before, but you know what I mean? You just have to, the right person will love every bit of you.
Right.
So if you're, and I've always said this to you, if you're unsure, you've got to trust your gut.
I'm actually going to say that that's not true. Sorry, Georgie. Because like, I love the shit out of Lori, but like, she's really messy and I hate that.
Okay, well, not literally, but like in terms of like spending time with someone, you know what I mean? Like
Joking.
no
I'm
struggles
joking.
because she's like, oh, am I myself? But I think it's like when you know, you'll know. Like I think people say that
Write that down.
loosely.
Hey, write that down. Write that down.
I think
When
that's already
you
been used
know,
many times.
You know.
One thing about Georgie is she started to say these like quotes that were like not that
What
deep,
would
but like we're
Georgie
like,
say?
oh my God. Yeah, what would Georgie
She
say?
thinks
What
they're
did-
like the most profound things in the world. She's like, write that down, write that down.
Georgie, what was the first one you did?
I can't remember, but
It was a-
Surely someone has it in their notes app.
Yes.
Someone asked me to get the GPS, so I went and I picked up a few of the girls' GPS, and when I went back in, I was like, I could only find what I could find.
Yes.
I couldn't find a GPS, and I was like, oh my God, that's actually so deep.
It was like we were stoners. We were like, that's really good. That's really good. Like-
How you can only find what you could find.
Yeah, Georgie's known for her philosophical quotes. She can come up with one right now. Go, give us one.
All you have is the moment.
There you go. And that's it, folks. Like that probably has been done before, but that's good. That's real good.
And if you,
I thought you were going to say, all you have is what you have.
well, that's true too, you know?
Yeah.
It's something I would say. And if someone wants to get that tattooed on them, you should.
In French.
That's really good, dude. You're like
Thank you.
amazing.
And you see,
know,
and this is what friends are for. This is what friends are for.
Yeah.
That was so good, Georgie. You keep doing that. That was so good.
If you guys ever need a motivational quote, just hit me up.
Right.
I could use a couple.
I'll DM you.
Yeah. Let's all head into Try Hard. It is a game where, well, you guys all know what a try is, but every time I have to explain to people what a try is, I have to be like, a try is where you score in rugby. And blah, 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 blah.
Those who get it, get it. And those who don't.
So you're going to have to answer these questions as fast as possible. We'll start with Georgie and then Charli, okay?
Thank God. You know I need time to process.
Who is the best trash talker here?
I'm going to have to say myself.
I would say too. Charli, do you ever trash talk on the field?
Oh, it was on the field.
Not in life, dude. Are you trash talking in life?
Dude, cut that. Please cut that out. Please cut that
No,
out. Please
we're
cut that
keeping-
out. Please cut that out.
Cut what out? Cut what out? You didn't say anything.
No, I don't trash talk on the field. Are you kidding me? I'm too busy trying to catch my breath. Have you ever tried to be in a scrum? Shit's tiring.
Who out of us three holds their liquor the best?
Not me.
I feel like it's me.
You.
I actually
It's
feel like
100%
it is
you.
Lo.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you guys remember that night in Washington when we all went out?
Great time.
You survived that. I mean, I think the kebab helped you, but you survived that really well. You definitely owned.
I was just going to say, Georgie, over the sevens, Ilona was literally she was putting in a shift. Like, she
She's
was
an
jumping
animal.
from this box to this box to this box. And so, like, I was obviously working. So I was, like, trying to find her in between. And then finally, like, one of the days, like, I think I'd gotten off work a little bit early. Yeah, because I work now. Anyways, and met up with Lo, and she had the hiccups, and she was sitting on the curb. And before that, we were like inside somewhere, and I was like, the lights are on. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here, Ilona. Stop. We got to go. And I just had to pull her out. But
No,
she
I
was
was
still
having
thriving.
fun.
She
You're
was
an
having
athlete.
fun, but I was like, we should go.
No,
That
fair
was
play.
fun. We did a couple good nights out. We did DC. We went out. That was great.
That was
Canada.
fun.
We went out, and then after World Cup, we went out.
We stayed out.
We stayed out. Eh?
That was a night.
What's something silly each of you do when they're drunk?
Either take my clothes off or try and dance.
But you're like good at dancing, so that's fine.
I don't know about that.
And you got a juicy booty, so that's also fine.
Great booty on Georgie. Great booty.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
What do I do?
Silly thing. I like to steal people's food. I have a serious problem of just like, if somebody is eating something, I am right over their shoulder trying to get a bite of that.
Yeah, but you do that sober. But because you're a good sharer.
All right. True.
But you're good at sharing. You're always offering somebody a bite. You know what I mean?
Sorry
but bitch
for
wanna bite
loving
back.
food.
Because I want to bite back. This is an exchange. Okay?
She says, "Oh, do you want a bite?"
Give me one of those. Char, something silly?
Something silly that I do. Honestly, everything I do is kind of silly. So
Hey,
just be myself
she's
times
a
100.
silly-
It could be silly. It could be obnoxious. Can't be sure.
she's silly.
Oh no, the
goose.
tongue. Look, I'm on the phone with you guys and on the phone. I'm on call with you guys and it instantly comes back.
Ready? Do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. We really got into that. That was
Still
a fun
got
time.
it. Still got it.
It's the Purge. What's the first crime you're committing?
Oh,
Probably stealing monkeys from a zoo.
Georgie.
Yeah. Well, I've always wanted a pet monkey. So I feel like that would be a good opportunity to go and see what it's like. Or just roam the zoo.
They're going to rip your face off.
No,
Roam
not
the
the cute-
zoo. You could literally go to the zoo right now and roam it.
No, but I want to see if the monkeys want to hang out. You know what I mean?
You ever want to go to those monkey temples? I would never. I'm so scared of monkeys.
Yeah, they're so cute.
The monkeys in Bali and the monkeys in Thailand, dude, they're vicious.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
not
I'm
for
thinking
me.
of the nice ones, the ones that like humans.
Like
Okay.
Rafiki on The Lion King.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
baboon too.
What would I do? What would you do?
I would maybe punch somebody. But I don't know who I'd punch.
Dude,
I
if
was
you
not
connected,
expecting
you
that.
would straight up murder somebody. But I guess it's the Purge, so it's fine.
I can do whatever. Or maybe just steal something like jewels.
Yeah, I would steal a car, actually. Don't you think
There
that'd
you
be
go.
kind
You
of
guys,
thrilling?
you guys, we can go anywhere and do that right now.
No,
not-
wrong. Wrong. That's so wrong. So wrong.
Okay.
Char,
Sorry
what
for
are you
partying.
doing?
What would I do?
I would just say one thing about Charli. She will throw some stories out from her life that you're like, man, you've lived a lot of lives, girl.
Dude,
She's like a
I
cat
literally
with
have.
She's like a cat. She's like, oh, well, then one time when I was part of this cult, that's not one of her stories, but that probably is one of her stories.
But if anyone was most likely to join a cult, it would be me.
Yeah. Cult mama over there.
Or rob a bank, actually. I'm thinking of
Ooh.
loans now.
Yeah,
I
maybe
have
the
a
monkey.
serious
Maybe the
amount of
monkey
student
thing's
loans.
after.
Yeah, I think the monkeys
I would
probably
rob a bank.
going down my priority list.
Right.
But I don't know if I do a bank, because like there's limited cash in there, right? I mean, I don't really know, but you just see in the movies that there's only just like, there's like a couple mil behind a vault. I'd probably go for something bigger, something better, something that I
Right.
know what I'm getting.
Here's a deep one. What do you think happens after we die?
You know, I
Charlie's face.
I know, I don't.
Are you okay? We're going to have to stay on this call a little longer.
I don't really think about that, but I would like to think that there's like a heaven.
Are either of you religious?
Not really, no.
You're going to make Georgie cry if you talk about like the afterlife.
Okay.
Why?
Don't talk about it then.
Because I just feel like that stuff makes you sad.
Well, yeah, I'm not very good with death, for sure. But I do like to think that there is like, somewhere that people go.
I like to
I'm
think
not too
so as
sure.
well.
I'm not a religious person, but I can understand why people lean into religion, especially through loss, because it feels good to think about like your loved one, that is no longer with you, like being in a place that like seems nice and happy,
Right.
And I feel like that's why I
Yeah.
always like sometimes like have a tendency to like hang out with like super religious people because I'm like, tell me about it. It feels comforting, but
Yeah.
Because
I hope
Char,
there's something out there.
you've experienced great loss in your life.
Yeah. I think that, obviously like both my mom and my dad are passed away. And I think they were both such like, very, very tragic, just kind of like not expected. And so I think that, especially being the person that I am and the relationship that I had with my parents, that it definitely feels comforting to think that they're somewhere together and that they're still driving their 18-wheeler trucks up wherever they might be together. You know what I mean?
That is also Charli's lore. When people talk about driving or something, she's like, well, my parents were truck drivers, so.
Yeah. You want to see me parallel park? My parents are truck drivers.
That is you.
Yeah, but I do think that it's a comforting feeling. So I can definitely understand why people would lean towards religion.
Do you think you have gotten to a place where like it seems pretty okay for you to speak on your grief and the people you've lost? Has that always easy for you? Do you do that to kind of keep the memory alive, or how is it to speak?
Yeah, I think that it's become a lot easier, but I think that's just because I'm older now, and I have more experience and I have more probably just a bit more emotional intelligence to kind of handle that. But I think that the loss of a parent is obviously never easy. And it's kind of sad. I was actually, Lori and I were, my Facebook, aging myself, popped up and I was looking at my memories and she's like, you always look at your memories. And I was like, yeah, because it's actually kind of comforting to me because that's where pictures of my parents pop up still. And so sometimes it's a kind of a sad feeling, but also you start to run out of pictures and your memories start to distance themselves and you kind of forget what, their voice actually sounds like. And so having those pictures pop up is a good, just kind of a feel good, but it can definitely be bittersweet,
Is this emotional intelligence you have? Because I know that I recently in Hong Kong was sharing with you some of the feelings I had about I just sometimes wonder if I was how do I say it? Was doubting myself or doubting my beauty or whatnot. And so I think you're somebody that I turn to as well for that emotional intelligence and to give a very realistic view of that. Is that through therapy? Is that how did that come to be something that you're passionate about and are pretty, I guess the word is well read on?
Yeah. I think that therapy is definitely helpful and we need to normalize it and all the girls and boys should do it. I mean, I think that it's so funny because I can be one of the most rational people, but it's so funny because you pair that, especially with OCD, and it's your brain being wildly irrational. So when you guys come to me and ask for advice, I feel I'm damn, that was good. I can give some good advice. But then when it's time to heed your own advice, you're like, what do you mean? So I think that through a lot of just personal experiences, just into personal development and a lot of therapy have definitely kind of just allowed me to be a bit more, not even just realistic, but just a little bit more in touch with how I'm feeling and how I can handle situations and how I can help others. And, but I definitely wouldn't say I'm the most sound, but I like that you guys come to me.
On to maybe a brighter topic. Who's your hear me out, aka your weirdest crush? What a switch up.
Yeah, what?
Do you have a animated crush or something from tell us, Charli, go.
You guys, when I was younger, my sister, this is also I think how I kind of knew I was a lesbian, which is my sister would be like, yeah, Charli, because I always had the weirdest crushes on villains. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. The guy Adrian and he has the long hair. He's the villain of it. I always was he's fine. And I'd be 8. You know what I mean? But the one that was super irrational and just not irrational, but weird, where my mom and sister had to sit me down and be like, hey, you can't have a real life crush on a cartoon. And I'm like, but why not? Hear me out on it. Ready? Hear me out on it. Cocoam from Pocahontas.
You know what? I was just seeing that. There were people she chose this vanilla ass white man when she could have had bear paw hottie over there. I respect
Wingato father. He is so fine.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but he also had a little ponytail, another cute.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a lesbian. But what a fine looking man.
I agree.
No, he's a cartoon. Pocahontas, you were wrong, sis.
You
Your
were
dad was
wrong
right.
for that, sis. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Georgie, you're hear me out?
We've definitely spoken about this before, but I don't think I really have one. The only thing that now this is going to sound really weird, but Simba from The Lion King, because
Yeah.
I know it's lion,
Yep.
but
Yep.
when my first ever, and I remember this so well, my first ever crush, like the first time I knew you could even like fancy someone because I like had this feeling, was when my mum and dad took me and my sister to like hit me up to
What feeling are you talking about?
you know, like a butterflies type, like, oh, and
Georgie,
it
you're
was-
so cute. When Georgie has kids, that's how she's going to explain it to her kid. She's going to be like, now, you might feel a little butterfly sensation in your tummy. And I'd be like, what are you feeling down there? That's normal.
Yeah.
No, but I first had my first ever crush on this guy in the West End. We went to watch The Lion King, and he was playing Simba, and he was, to this day, I remember him. He was beautiful, and that's where it came from. My
Wait,
first
so you're not
ever
talking about the
crush.
cartoon. You're literally talking about like the Broadway
I'm-
play.
Yeah, but like that's the closest thing I have, you know. And I do think Simba's cute.
Great answers, everyone. You freaks.
We'll have to check We'll have to check the year in the cast of the Lion
God,
King
please,
that she's talking
no.
about.
Oh my gosh. Let's
Also,
if you're
can I just say
if
that-
you're listening to this, sir, hit her up.
I definitely went when I was like, I don't know, must have been like maybe, I don't know, what, 11, 12, something like that, 10.
And I also like Tom Hardy as Bane.
Oh,
I could get down with that. I love that guy with his mask on. Yummy. Anyway, we got to know you guys so well. You guys are just so amazing. But now that you're part of the family, you guys have to do some chores around the house. So you're going to choose either laundry, dishes, sweeping, or vacuuming. Georgie, what do you choose?
vacuuming.
Share the craziest thing you've seen someone here do while out drinking.
Okay, does it have to be PG?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay, I could say a couple of things here that could, you know, but I'm not gonna. And I hope you
No,
remember that.
no.
One of the funniest memories I have of us drinking was at the end of a night, we're all pretty drunk. We go to a kebab shop, and I watched Lo make out with this kebab.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
We're like, hey now, who's you ringing out with? Chill, Georgie.
I know. I was like, Georgie, stop. Whoa.
It was all over her face, her clothes, her hands, and I've never seen anything like it. She inhaled the whole
Yeah.
thing, and managed to get everywhere. And to this day, I'm still impressed.
I love that kebab. Me and that kebab had a thing there, a strong thing there for a minute.
For sure. We all watched it, man. We all watched it.
Oh, we all saw it.
So why does everybody say that kebabs are just junk food? Because I ate one of them. I ate one sober like 3 days ago.
That's British people. They just love a kebab as a junk food. Weirdos. Charli, laundry, dishes, or sweeping?
None, because that's what Lori's for. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say I'm a good folder of clothes, so laundry.
Okay. Name the best women's rugby player currently on this call.
Oh, on the
answer
call?
is very obvious. Very obvious.
You guys stop. You guys stop saying my name. You guys stop.
Current rugby player.
Oh my God. Wait, so you're making me choose between you or, I can't choose between you or Georgie. You're both so different.
You can. The obvious answer is Georgie. She be playing and cutting it up. We don't know if I can still play. I've taken like 6 months off.
Nah, you still
Yeah,
done it.
you could still play though, but fine. I am gonna go Georgie because the thing is that she can do it all. She's a jack
Yeah.
of all trades. You know what I mean? And
True.
also that is a forward. Forwards
That's a
have to do
forward.
everything. And so I'm gonna throw her some forwards love. Give that to her.
Throw it, girl. Throw it. All right. Well, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for doing this. As we're talking, I was like, oh, there's that story too. Oh, that one time when we were in. Yeah, I remember all that. But thank you so much for coming on. Make sure to follow Georgie on Instagram and on TikTok at Georgie Lily PR and Charli at spicy_. You know what? I don't even know if I really say your name often, your last name often.
That's not my last name.
I know it's not your last last name of your Instagram handle.
I was like, are you joking?
Charli Chardonnera?
Chardonnera. That sounds like a vaginal infection. No.
What is it? Charli at spicy_Chardonnera.
Close. Chardonnera. It's a play on words like Charlie and my favorite
Chili.
What is it? Condiment. Would it be a condiment? Jardinera.
Okay,
together.
I hear you. That actually, now I understand that. I didn't know that was reason, guys.
Karen, do I need to change my Instagram name?
No, it's cool.
It's so good. It's so good.
Well, thank you so much for coming over to House of Maher, a Wave original. Be sure to watch, subscribe on YouTube, and listen wherever you get your podcasts. Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind-the-scenes content. Bye, girlies. I love you. We'll chat soon.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.